Hey!
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, we are two brothers, and we really like art.
Yeah, we do.
What's up?
We're back!
We're back for the 3 or 4 people that wanted us to come back.
There's gotta be at least 5 or so.
Yeah, maybe, maybe.
And they're waiting. They're waiting.
We heard your voice.
That's right.
And we
Voices.
answered. Voices. We heard your voices.
It could be a voice.
That's
right. Anyway.
And we answered the call.
That's right. Well, there's been very good reasons
That's
why
right.
we have
That's
gone
right.
on a bit of a hiatus for the last
That's true.
months.
That's right.
And there's a very good reason for it. And John, the reason is rock.
That's exactly right. Robot-inspired apocalyptic rock.
That's right.
We dropped our album, Robotopia.
That's right.
And listen, we're not going to talk about it that much.
We're not going to talk about the
not
fact
gonna
that we
promote
dropped an
it.
album. It's called Robotopia. You can get it on Land of a
It's
Thousand
got 14
Robots.
amazing tracks.
We're
Yeah,
not gonna
Land
talk
of
about
1,000 Robots, 1000 robots.com. The album has already gone copper, and I mean, I don't need to say too much
We
more.
don't
but-
have to talk about that.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. But
But that does have things on our mind. Okay,
yes,
so
we've been
obviously,
thinking about music.
yeah, obviously, if you've seen some of our other videos, you'll know that music or a facsimile.
I'm gonna make some souffle.
A facsimile of music is there.
That's
is
right.
Evident, and music
right.
music is a big deal to both of us. We
That's right.
love it.
Yeah.
And when you think about music and you think about the concepts of music, often those concepts go hand in hand with creating art.
You see how we did that? We made an album and we just took music and like worked it in. We did it.
Masterful.
Good segue.
Not pandering at all. Not in the least.
But it is true. It is true. And
Yes.
you said this, you said so many people listen to music while they're drawing and painting. They say, what music do you listen to when you're drawing and painting?
Right.
And so we naturally think about art in musical terms, and even Harold Speed talks about this in his book a little bit, and talks about how music and art are related as well. And I think if I remember right, he actually said that music was the most pure form of art. Like rhythm is like the most pure form. So
Well.
I don't know. I mean, that's debatable, but
Right.
But the point is, they definitely do cross over and they share. So we thought it'd be really helpful to relay that information to you guys and just show you some
Yeah.
examples of kind of how we think about compositions, how we create compositions,
Right.
It really does help. Like when I'm trying to come up with an idea or trying to take an idea from beginning to finish, it really does help to think about it like it's a song and remember to include interesting parts. And I mean, it really does.
You have rhythm, you have cadence, you have
Harmony.
harmony.
Yeah, you have counterpoint. You have like
symmetry.
yeah.
Repetition.
Repetition. Like a hook. You get a
Yeah.
hook in a song.
Gotta
and-
have the hook.
Gotta have the hook. That's right.
Speaking of hooks,
Oh.
Segue.
Another segue. Beautiful.
I'm on. Let's look at our first painting.
Okay.
This painting, I love this painting just for the subject matter alone.
It's
'cause
awesome.
It's so crazy.
It's really
Vikings
cool.
on skis.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. With a kid.
I know, it's
Okay.
awesome.
And it's called...
And the baby's just chilling. He's like, whatever, I got
I know.
this.
It's called Skiing Birch Legs, Crossing the Mountain with the Royal Child. And
Royal
this
Child.
is by Nude or Knud
Canoed.
Canoed.
It's probably canoed.
Bergslein. Or Sleen.
Yeah.
Bergslein.
We probably butchered that. If
Sorry.
you're from Scandinavia, let
Yeah.
us know. If you're
It's
from...
a cool name.
Yeah.
Knud. I like Knud better.
That's awesome.
This was done in like 1869.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's really
so
cool.
anyway, as I was saying, speaking of hooks, if you look down at the bottom of their skis, there's an actual hook.
That's right. Looking like snakes on one of them.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's
So there's repetition here.
right.
You see that? And then, some other shapes that are interesting going on in there too.
Yeah, you got like the shield and you've got the bow. Like you've got that curved kind of the repetition of that shape, and it's rhythmic, but you've got that repetition in the shield, in the bow, and also he could have made the axe straight and rigid, but he didn't. He curved it to keep that rhythm, but also for repetition of shape. It's real obvious when you see that that he's thinking that way, and the arm is curved back there. The accent is an extension of that, and it sort of flows around. But you have that repetition of
we've got that a flow here with the the bow leading to the head, leading down
Right,
the arm,
right,
and
right,
to the
right,
axe, back
right.
to the skis
Right,
again,
and then going back,
and
yeah.
then back up again for
Right.
the front Viking's
Right.
leg. I
Yeah.
mean, all those things are, you know. And again, in music, this represents another really key concept in music. You know, a lot of times when we were doing our album, Robotopia on landofathousandrobots.com.
That's right. We're not going to talk about it too much.
Oh, sorry.
But it is affordable too. It's $4.99. So
Digital download and physical CD available. What was that? Anyway, so one of the things you have to think about is, and you were talk about frequencies, John, because you were talking about frequencies.
yeah. So like, what's interesting is when you listen to each individual part of a song when you're putting a song together. Because I did a lot of the engineering for the album, and I'm not a professional or anything. No, he's the talent. I'm just you're the showman. You know, I'm the one behind the disc.
Which means nothing, actually.
No, but you know, if you listen to the individual parts, the individual guitar or like the drums or the bass or whatever, a lot of times they'll sound crappy on their own. They won't sound very good.
Right.
And you think, man, that sounds bad. It doesn't have like if you try to mix each part separately, you'll have this crazy jumble by the end. It will sound horrible because you'll want everything to sound good on its own, and then when you put them all together, they just step on. It's like one
Which
part
happened
stepping
to
on
us.
each other's
Which
toe.
happened to us from time to time.
Yeah, and we'd have to cut
We
things
have to
out and
adjust.
simplify in order to allow certain other things to come through, and that's really what's going on here. Like if you look at the background,
Perfect example.
yeah, you could make the background full value if you wanted to, but that spear would not stick out anywhere near. Like it sticks out, it shows up because he said, "All right, I'm going to limit my values in the background, you know, and take apart and
push that back."
right, and push that back and simplify and really lose the detail in that area so that I can, you know, draw people's eye to a better area of focus that they wanted. So
Highlight.
Yeah, a highlight. There you go.
Well, our next painting is by Sir Lawrence Alma-Tadema.
Tadema. Look,
Tadema?
if you know how to say Lawrence Alma-Tadema's
tell us.
Tadema's name, tell me. I don't know how to say it. So somebody in the comments tell me, and then you can tell us we're idiots or whatever.
I know one
I
thing.
mean, that's how the internet works, but
I don't care how you pronounce his name. He's got some skills.
And I saw this one in person too, and it's amazing.
You
Yeah,
did?
I did.
I didn't know that. Where
I
did
saw
you
this
see
in
that?
Texas, in a show
Oh,
in Texas.
really?
Yeah, they had like a bouguereau there and stuff. It was awesome.
Man, I'm jealous. But this
Yeah.
is called the Roses of Heliogabalus.
Tell us how to say that too.
I thought I got that pretty good. Actually.
That was good.
Gabalus.
Yeah.
But you know, again, on the lower left-hand portion of this painting, it seems almost chaotic.
Right.
But there is, with the ladies inside of the rose petals, there's like a ebb and flow. That's
Yeah,
going
there
on
is.
there.
Yeah, but it is like it's more there's not too much tangible there, and so
Yep.
you know. But if the whole thing was like that, imagine if the whole painting was like that, it would kind of be a letdown, you know. But he has that branching into the upper right, you know, those petals branching, and I think that's key because then it leads you into the other area that's more concrete, and so you have the both sections, and that's like a song, you know, a song like, you know, I heard Benny Grab a drummer saying, you know, it doesn't matter what you do in your fills. Like, well, I'm probably misrepresenting what he said, but basically this is what he said. It doesn't matter how crazy you get with your fills if you can get back on the one. So you're boom. As soon as you get back to the one, as soon as you have something solid that people can grab onto.
That's keeping
You know?
the beat for the layman.
Yes.
Back on the one.
Back on the one. That's right. Yeah, that keep the beat. Getting back to the beat. Yeah. So this is like you've got these crazy areas and all this chaos going on, but then you've got these other concrete areas to give people, you know, solidity and you know.
I like how in this painting too we have the woman in the top. She's playing I guess it's a flute of some kind. I can't remember what that's called.
I can't remember.
It's
Yeah.
not a pan flute.
Yeah.
It's some kind of a.
I can't remember the double.
It's almost like, yeah,
a
she's
nymph
like-
needs to be doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I
right.
mean? Like or satyr. I mean, like a satyr. You could see a satyr doing that. Not a nymph.
It's almost like she's like conjuring these.
Yeah, it looks like almost
Rose
like it's.
petals,
Yeah, totally,
You know,
totally.
or, like reacting to her music.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And I don't know the story very well, so that that could be.
Well, we can make up our own.
That's right.
And our last painting we want to look at is called "The West Wind" by Winslow Homer.
And I think he's like the Albinoni of like painters.
No, what? Alba Water.
I don't know too much about classical music. I'm pretty inept with it.
Yeah.
But Albinoni is he basically what I'm saying is Winslow Homer could do a lot with very little. Albinoni would have these really simple pieces, but they're really beautiful, and he would do a lot with it with just a few. You know, it was like held out notes.
Yeah, I got his second album. I didn't get the first one. No.
Awesome.
Winslow.
Yeah, Winslow wasn't always sweet. Like I'm not Albinoni was sweet. Winslow Homer isn't always like that. But I think you can see here there's very little going on. Like if you look in the lower section, if you were just to take a section of that ground, you wouldn't know that was, and you just isolated it. You wouldn't know that was anything. You would be like, that looks like an abstract painting. It looks like nothing. Yeah. But he's willing to sacrifice that and create strokes that are leading you to this other area. And really, like in musical terms, like you have right next to the woman, you have very hard edges. Yeah. And that would be like a staccato, like da, 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 yeah. And then legato is you're like leading it. That wasn't a really legato. It was more like how would you like do legato with
I don't even know what legato means.
Well, it's like smoothly traveling from one note to another, but then you have like staccato, like the hard edge. And staccato, if something just stops in a song, it's very, much like that. It's going to draw your attention a lot more. And so
which that woman does. I mean, that's obviously the focal.
And that's the focal point, right? Yeah. So he used that. So it's really interesting. That's kind of what we're saying is if you can think about these musical concepts, if you can, that will help you sink your teeth into what you need to do with these compositions, because sometimes making paintings can be a little bit tough. You're
a little abstract.
Yeah, you don't know where to start, and you kind of feel like, oh, I have this idea and I want to take it to fruition. And I really do think that thinking about it like a song, saying, okay, I want a theme, a hook, and then I want that to be a place that people can rest their eyes. But then I also want that to be supported, and I want there to be some repetition with that. Okay,
set the stage.
Right, set the stage. But I also want variation, and I also want rhythm in this. And I think it really does help to flesh that out.
So as you think about your artwork and what you want to do with it, obviously, hopefully, thinking that first when you sit down and compose a piece.
Yeah.
What you want to communicate, what you'd like to show someone with your artwork. Think of it in musical terms, because I think it'll
I don't think it's a mistake. It's called a composition.
Composition.
Right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? I know.
They're both called the same
I know.
thing.
See?
Wow.
I know.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again for being so patient. As we said, we were doing some good stuff, and hopefully if you get a chance to check it out, you will.
Yeah. Now we're back.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, and we are back. Please, in the comments below, leave your opinions, your thoughts about what we've been talking about.
If you have ideas, hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
Please do, because if we can incorporate some of your ideas, even for some of the shows, we would love to do that.
And if anybody has any questions, if you have art-related questions,
give it to us.
Feel free to ask.
Videotape your questions.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Maybe we'll edit them into the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If anybody's got that, I'm down with that.
I'd like to see some of your faces instead of our ugly mugs all the time.
And we have a new sign.
We do.
All right, I guess that's enough.
Yeah, we spent so much time. Yeah, this is the logo you saw all during the beginning and probably at the end too, and there it is behind me. So we don't forget where we are, I guess. Well, anyway, it's fun. We like to do it. Okay. So anyway, guys, thanks very much, and we will see you next time.
See you guys.
Peace.